75 years of great savings and service. Such a long history, it's easy to trust Geico. Thank you, Todd. It's not just easy, it's being a master of hypnotism easy. Hey, I got your text. Sleep. Doug, when I snap my fingers, you're gonna clean my gutters.
Ooh, I should clean your gutters.
Great idea.
It's not just easy, it's Geico easy.
Todd, you go make me a frittata.
All right, enough of this nonsense. I am up and back at it again. So I am determined that this morning is going to be the morning. This very chilly morning. That the weather has taken a turn for the worst. I'm not even in the frame. It's getting really cold. I think a week ago we still had some hot days, and then we had the hurricane thing, and it was raining. You know, kind of depressing. And then, like overnight, I think 2 or 3 days ago, it just started getting real chilly, and then it's cloudy as well. Is my lens dirty? My lens is dirty. Wow, that's why it's got that fog effect. So yeah, it's a little nippy, but it's not to the point yet where it's time to turn on the heater. But that's where we're at. So anyway, I've determined that I want to solve this issue of the reading the, well, not issue, but I want to solve this challenge of reading a log file in real time. I want to do that this morning. I think I can do it. It's one simple task. I've just got to sit down and put my mind to it and get it done. The thing that was actually supposed to be, was that yesterday's assignment? Actually, yesterday I was working on the salary calculator project. So I was calculating what your annual salary is or monthly salary based on the user input. I was making assumptions. So based on the number, the size of the number that you enter, I was making an assumption in terms of what that number meant. So if you put in, 80,000 or 100,000, obviously that's not a monthly income. I mean, there's actually people who make $80,000 a month, but that's an extremely rare scenario. And accounting for those rare scenarios is more, or something that is for a fully developed program, but that's not what we're doing. These are really practice exercises, practice daily exercises, just to keep sharp and keep your mind going. I mean, programming is all about solving problems. So like with anything, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you get at something. So if you're constantly solving problems every day, bro, then you're putting yourself in a situation where where you're going to be constantly growing. So with that being said, I have started yet another super boring live stream, which is going to consist of just me simply being here trying to figure this out. Last night I was tired, so that was kind of really a dumb idea, shall we say, because how are you gonna learn and solve problems if you're tired? So now I'm not tired, so I'm gonna put my all into it and get it done. I got other stuff I need to get done. I want to do a video edit later on, so I gotta get this off my plate so I can do that. So I'm putting myself under the time crunch. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get everything set up, and the first thing I'm going to do is sort of identify a strategy that I want to utilize, and then we're going to open up the terminal and go ahead and get started with doing some experimentation with this reading a log file. And actually, I think what would be logical would be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by building, start off with what you know. right? See how much better things are when you're not tired. You can actually think. Start off with what you know. What do I know? I know that in order to test this product, I need to have a scenario where I can have a log file that is growing, right? That's the whole point. I'm developing something that is going to read an actively growing log file, right? So step one, let's create an environment where we can have an actively growing log file, right? You know, that's obvious. No mystery there. And creating such a tool is pretty easy. I mean, we can just, you know, well, if we're using Python, well, we should be using Python because I'm moving back to Python now. I've done my corn shell, K shell baby steps enough. So what I would do is simply have something that's going to print out some you don't need to print it out for the user. This is not really for the this is a back-end tool. It's not for user interaction. So, and I'll clean the lens in a bit. I know it looks all foggy. So I don't need to print to the display. We can just output directly to a file. So that's it. So on a cycle, let's say every 2 seconds or whatever it is, have a string be directed into a file. So you just keep appending, append to file, append to file, append to file. The only thing is, well, I think for the purposes of, I was thinking about making the strings random, but not necessary at this point because we just want to get the fundamentals down. I need a growing log file that I can test my code with to look at it and see what's going on. So this log file can have literally the same line over and over again, because a proof of concept would be if I can build something that says, let's just say all my log file says is new car over and over again. New car, 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 new car. I want a new car. Okay. If that's all that my tool does, it's enough for me to test my logic, because again, I can build something that looks at this log file, and every time it says new car, it can print out to the user and say new car received, new car received, new car received. And then we can even explore further one of the other problems we need to solve, which is processing some of the information in the log in context. So meaning every 10 cars report that. So the 10th car comes in, receive new car. This is the 10th car received today, right? And then at 20, received another 10th car. This is the 20th car of the day. You know, something like that. I want some kind of a, so it's not only reporting things as they happen. So you see new activity, so first of all, the biggest thing that wow. And actually, I'm realizing that I'm mixing things up here. The original project was as complex as that, but what I decided to do, I thought was a smarter thing, was to break things down into small pieces. So rather than have this one thing do all these different things, and then remember, I haven't done any Python in close to a year, right? So I'm rusty. So rather than build something that is maybe too complex in terms of, remember, these are daily assignments. This is not something I'm going to be able to do, you know, a few days or whatever. So I need it to be simple enough that I can get it done today. So since I'm rusty on Python, I broke this down into the simplest component. The other features will be, so what I can probably do is, as future projects, I can enhance the code that I built today. So the code today has one task: to read an active log file in real time. So I would say, what's proof of concept? You need to respond to every new thing that comes in. So I'm not even going to say receive new car. We could just say, what, new message? New line. Like new line received. Well, it's the same difference. It's the same difference saying new car. Well, the new car, you're qualifying what's in the log. So I'd have to actually be able to identify what the item is. New line received, it doesn't matter what the line is. I could put 1, 1, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put A, B, G, F. It doesn't matter. Any new line received will result in a new line received prompt to the user. So that's what it is. That's the objective. So number one, create something that will generate an actively growing log file, which we can use as sort of a test harness to test the thing that we're building. And then once we have that actively growing log file, build something that's going to monitor that log file in real time and prompt every time there's a new line received, just say new line received, new line received, new line received. So that's your requirements. Those are the requirements. Those of you guys joining the live stream right now, go ahead and click on the like button and say hi. Don't be a stalker. Say what's up. Where are your manners? This is a CPU squad. We say good morning around here. Well, good afternoon, depending on whatever time zone you're in. Anyway, shout out to Mega Noob. Shout out to Nick. And also I'm going to check on my cream of wheat, which is what I'm having for breakfast today. I have the terminal open, so I'm ready to get started. So I think first step is let's build that log generation tool, and then we shall go from there. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to share the terminal. The terminal. Okay. 1 second. Wow, there's nothing in my Python folder. Oh, this is logreader. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. So we want $PWD. I thought we did that already. That didn't work. $PWD. So I don't know why this $PWD is not working for me for some reason. Trying to figure out what the issue is. Unsuccessfully so far. It looks legit to me. Okay, the method. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Aha. Single quotes versus double quotes. So, yep, see that? See where I'm at? Brain, right? See what it shows? Log reader, right? Look at my command. Double quotes, right? So I use double quotes, and the result is this disconnect. So basically the command runs once, and then it does an update, right? If we change this to single quotes, note the difference. See, we're in brain, shows brain. We go to log reader, shows log reader, right? And then we can finally nice it up a little bit and say, I don't know if I want, see, this is how you get distracted. Whatever, it's all good. I'm learning. We're learning. I want to nice this up a little bit. This path is a little bit long, so it's taking up a lot of space. So what I would do is, let's see, PWD, pipe it to slash. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I'm jumping off the ledge here. Jumping off the ledge here. This could be absolutely ridiculous of an idea. All right? Or it might actually make sense. I don't know. I do not know. There's one way to find out, however, and we're about to do that. So, let's run it and see what happens. Command not found. What did I do wrong? I think this slash thing is, might need to be escaped. Let's see what happens when I do that. Command not found. Okay. Alright. So we're doing PWD. Well, I guess first of all, let's try this. Let's try this outside of the context of the PS1 setup. So what I want to do now is just basically test that this command even works. Right, regardless. So pwd pipe to auth, blah blah blah. Comma separated, even though there's no commas in there. I did that intentionally because I just want to see if this actually works. I'm testing this logic. So no errors. So it's a legit command. So now let's change this to slash. Okay, so that did something. Let's see what it's doing. Home, okay. Okay, so, this is like its own other project. All right, I'm gonna get out of this because this is a learning exercise in itself. So I'm going to take this show on the road and make this an official assignment right now. This should be a quick thing. So we're gonna do 2 projects for today. So let's get out of Python. Let's go, because this is not Python anymore. I should do a daily thing too. Why did I do that? I should actually. I'm not gonna do that right now, but I should update my GitHub in this environment. Is Git even running? Okay, so Git's running. I'm not gonna do that now because I have this random project that I do every day. I haven't done it on this particular machine, so it'd be nice if I could download the repo so I could have all my stuff here. But for now, I'm just gonna random. Let's call it daily. Okay. And this prompt is kind of annoying right now. So let's just Okay, that's a little bit better. So let's make a directive for today. Prompt. 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 Trunk. Prompt. Trunk. Trunk. I try to make these directory names as logical as possible. So, man, this coffee is making a mess on my desk. So the tool that I'm creating, or script that I'm doing, is first of all a prompt tool. Second of all, a truncation tool. That's what the trunk is for, with a C, not a K. Because with truncation, you're basically shortening something, right? And we want to shorten the prompt. So the idea is, and I realize I'm in my head right now. I haven't fully communicated to you guys what's happening. The idea is, you want to show the path, but the path is kind of long right now, and because of that, it's taking up a lot of space. Now, one of the reasons for that is because the font size is so large for your benefit, so you guys can see better on your computers and phones, whatever you're looking at to look at these videos. But regardless, it's taking a lot of space, so I don't necessarily need to know the complete path. So I was thinking maybe just show the last two directories, so you get an idea of where you're at, right? And if you need to know more, then obviously just type in pwd. So the result would be, we want to generate a prompt that right now would look like this. So daily prompt trunk, right? And we might just do like a dot or something, like, that's not the full, right? So that's the entire, that's all we would see, right? So that's the prompt that we want. So we need a way to cut this up. So there's a cut command. Previously I was trying the field command. What the hell just happened? That was weird. So this works, but so in theory we could do like $3, $4, right? And then what do we put the slashes back? Will that work? Did I put a comma? Okay, that's not let's not get ridiculous now. Do I do that? Do I escape it? Oh man. So the comma delineates the field variables that you're using. I can't just put a string in here. Or can I? Eureka. Look at that. But now we got this damn space in there. Why is there a space in there? Are these commas required? I assume they are. Oh. Perhaps they're not. Did we just solve this whole thing already? Took us all of 5 minutes. I think we did. Isn't that what I wanted? I mean, we got to put this in the PS1 statement, but this looks like what was requested. So if I do this and I do ... look at that. Now just add a slash. Wow. Hey, why don't we do the whole thing in there? Since we can just print whatever we want, right? Let's see. Are we gonna have meta character issues, or will it? Oh, nope. There you have it. So let's keep going. It's cool with it, then I'm cool with it. There's our prompt. There's our prompt, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, no, we did not solve it. See, you gotta extrapolate. You always have to extrapolate and see where you're headed. This works for this, but life is organic. Life is change. The problem is we're saying to print the third and fourth fields, right? Which works for where we are now. And actually, it doesn't even work for where we are now, because as you can see, we're not in CSWS CPU. We're further down the line. We actually, let me see if I can guess this. So 5 and 6. That sound, those sounds I was making, that's my brain processing information. So that's where we're at. Right? I think that to get this to work the way we want to might be, well, I think this is a scenario where you need to step outside, think outside the box, right? Because right now, this is something that you get in trouble with designing. See, this is why this is a simple thing. It's not necessary, but it's educational to go through this process. What will happen is you get stuck on a tangent in terms of this is a strategy that you want to use, right? And then everything that you're doing is leading you to a certain destination, right? Problem is the destination that you're heading to, is it the best destination that you should be heading to? Are you going where you should be going, right? Because if you spend a lot of time and energy so it's late at night, you need to get some batteries for something important, right? And you're trying to get to the 24-hour Walmart, right? And you spend this whole time researching and calling people and whatever. And what are you doing? Trying to figure out what are your best options to get to this 24-hour Walmart. Driving, take the train, what street is it on, all this kind of stuff, right? You're drawing a map out, right? You have this whole plan of how to get to this 24-hour Walmart, right? And you may get really elaborate in terms of, maybe it's complicated for some reason, right? The weather's bad, there's flooding, so your friend's going to lend you this boat to get over the flooding part, and then you just have to walk 2 blocks down. Your friend has a bicycle that you can ride to another friend's house who's got a 4x4 truck that you can drive, and you know, it's a whole elaborate thing to get to this 24-hour Walmart. Here's the thing. 2 things. Does the Walmart you're trying to get to even have batteries? Number 2, is it actually a 24-hour Walmart, or did it used to be a 24-hour Walmart and it's not anymore? So you see the problem? You spend all this time orchestrating things to head you in a certain direction that doesn't do you any good. So right now, the Walmart, 24-hour Walmart for me is printing field numbers. Yeah, printing field numbers. That's where I'm headed, right? So I'm thinking logically. So here's my, you know, take a boat and then, you know, ride a bicycle. Here's my complicated, you know, strategy. I can find a way to figure out what's the total number of fields. And I've done this before, so I know that can be done, I'm pretty sure. Figure out a way to figure out the maximum number of fields, so field number count. So let's say it's 10 fields, right? Then figure out a way how to take from that into variables the maximum field number and the second maximum field number, right? So if there's 10 fields, you're going to try to figure out how to generate 9 and 10 as your numbers to target, because then you're going to print field 9 and 10. So you have 11 fields. Establish that you have 11 fields. Establish that 11 is the top one. Establish that 10 is the second highest. And then you're going to print 10 and 11, and so on and so forth, right? That's a lot of different steps and you know, complication. And that's all because I'm on this tangent of printing field numbers. But is that the correct way to go? Perhaps a better approach. Another approach that comes to mind is printing not a fully formulated idea at all in my brain, but printing words. So when I say printing words, instead of fields, consider these to be words. Yeah, not a fully formulated idea at all, but something about printing words. So to be more specific, utilization of the cut command. I haven't really used the cut command that much, so instead of using awk, what can we do with cut? Can cut help us somehow? I haven't used cut in so long. So I can cut characters. We can specify delimiters. So let's see. Cut dash D slash. I need to check my cereal in a little bit, my cream of wheat or whatever. Cut. There's also the tr command. To be honest, I don't know where I'm headed right now. I am sort of in the dark, stumbling around. at this point. Actually, the field number thing might be the way to go. The field number thing might be the way to go. Maybe I was on the right path. Because if we do... So let's get rid of all this stuff. $sign NF. So see what that did? If we go back and we run it again, see that? So we're almost there. Or at least we're close. This is printing us the final field. And I could easily add a bracket slash and then end in a close bracket, well, a slash close bracket colon space. There we go. So the thing is, how do we get, I might have to put some math in there. That might be the solution. I don't know if that will work or not, but if I can convert this field number to a number, convert this field to a number, so it's referred to as NF with this syntax here. I need to convert that to an actual number that I can subtract 1 from to get the second highest. I think you can do math in awk. This is kind of the complication I was trying to avoid, but let's just see. Wow. So apparently you can do basic math here. So I could do I could do command substitution NF minus 1. Wow. Will you look at that? I'm glad we did this lesson today. This is a kind of a sidetracked project here, but I think we've got it. I mean, I just need to do a little tweak. So we need to move the bracket slash here, right? And then we can remove it from there. Well, no, we just I need a slash there, and that's it. CPU daily, and actually this one should be the dot, meaning this is a snip of a full path. Aha! Look at that. So if I go ls and I go to prompt, right, and we run this command again, yeah, there it is. So now the final piece is to, let's do the prompt and see if we can insert this new logic into the prompt. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to paste it here. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Do we need to escape? We need to escape these. And escape that. Okay, I need to clean this up so we can figure out what's wrong with this. Let's keep it to just the basics. So let's clean up this. Let's make it just the NF -1, bare minimum. Hey, wait a minute. Why does the print command have a? Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's try that. Command not found. So the whole thing is in single quotes, and then the awk statement itself is in its own single quotes. Let's remove the field separator. Command not found. So it doesn't like. Actually, I guess it's been saying that all along. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but it's been telling us. Two Guns Boxing. What's going on, man? Good to see you. So this is our daily project where basically for practice makes perfect. Do some kind of coding every day, bro. So we can stay sharp. And today's project was actually supposed to be, I was going to complete what I was trying to do last night, but I was tired, so I fell asleep. Sorry about that, guys. But I wanted to complete the reading of a log file. It was a more complex project, but I decided to break out just that piece of the logic, which is read a growing log file in real time. And then while I was getting ready to work on that, I changed my prompt to show the path, but the path was very long, taking a lot of space. So I said, let me clean this up. I didn't know how to do it. So I said, you know what? This could be a practice assignment as well. This is something that we can learn from, solving this problem. Because that's the main thing, is really to learn, or to continue to learn by constant, practice, constantly on a daily basis, solving problems, right? That's what programming is all about, solving problems. The more problems you solve, the more proficient you're going to be at doing this, right? So this now became the problem that I wanted to solve. What are we trying to solve? I want to have the prompt be the last two, and I see another potential problem with this, but I'm going to scratch that for now. But I want to print the last two directories in the path. So right now we are in, well, you can see the full path, right? And we got it to work, but not in the context of the prompt setting. Meaning, if I run the pwd command, I have the syntax to clean it up to look the way I want to. This is what I want, right? But there's a syntax problem with the prompt. So if I try to use that syntax with the PS1 variable, I'm getting errors saying NF1 command not found. So I cleaned it up to try and establish what exactly is wrong. So I simplified the command. I want to see what in here is the problem. And we can clearly see it's the NF-1. So it would appear, obviously awk knows what that is, but it seems that something else is trying to interpret. Oh, that's cool, man. Two Guns Boxing, you're in the right place. Ultimately, Python is, so Two Guns Boxing says his boss wants him to learn Python. So we're back on the Python training series. But I was taking baby steps because I haven't done it in a year, so I'm rusty. And a year ago I just started, so that, there's that, right? I'm 15 plus years shell scripting. You know what I mean? So the first step is I started getting my feet wet again, since I haven't been doing this stuff in a while, by doing shell scripting. All right, so I did 4 daily projects in Corn Shell or K Shell, right? Because that's the one I'm more familiar with. And actually, well, I started with K Shell, then I realized that's stupid because Bash is normally the native shell, right? Bash is more portable. Using Corn is a bad habit I developed in 2006 when I developed a tool for a job that I had where there was a function that I needed that wasn't available in Bash, so I started using Corn, and then it became a habit, and I just been using it for ever since. I was young. I didn't really consider what I was doing. I just, hey, this is seems to have some more things than Bash does, so, why would I use the lesser of the two, right? I'm going to use the more advanced one that has these really cool features that I like, right? But now I'm realizing that that's not the proper way. I mean, if something comes up in the future where I do need that advanced thing that Corn has that Bash doesn't, then fine. And it works for the environment and the situation, fine. But in general, the good practice would be to use the native shell. Use Bash. Most portable, most standardized. So I started doing Bash daily projects. I did 4 of them. And then I said, you know what? This is enough. I'm already back in the mindset of, programming logic, right? So I think rather than delay things, let's just jump right in and get back to Python once again, right? So as I was coming up with the next daily project, which was the log reading, I said, dude, yeah, it would be easier to do it in Corn, but the ultimate goal is you want to pick up where you left off with Python, not to continue shell scripting, right? So, or Corn Shell or Bash scripting, right? So I said, you know what? Let's make this a Python project. And then I considered everything, and I said, okay, that's cool and all, but all these things that you're trying to do, which was more than just reading the log, it's a little bit much. This is going to be your first Python script in a long time. That in itself is going to be challenging. And then you have to solve this problem. That's the other challenge. And then you have all these features you're trying to add. That's another problem. And then you're supposed to do it in a day, right? So it wasn't really making sense. So I said, all right, let me simplify this even further, right? Baby steps. Let's extract a single feature from this project and work on that. The single feature, read or respond to every new line in a file by simply prompting the same thing over and over again. So all the extra features and logic, do away with that. That'll be future projects. Right now, literally all I want it to do is every time a new line comes in, it just says new line received, new line received, new line. Totally stupid program. In terms of IQ level, IQ level single digits, right? It just, you could put anything in the log file. Doesn't matter what. It doesn't care. It's not validating anything. All it sees is a new thing comes in. Hey, new line. Hey, new line. Like, that's all it does. So that's super simple. I thought that was a nice way to get started. But again, when I was setting up to do that, I saw this prompt thing. I wanted to clean up the prompt, and I said, you know what? Let me make a project of this. So this is going to be, another daily practice assignment. And that's where we're at. I actually solved it, as you saw, in terms of the syntax for the awk command, but it's not working in the context of the PS1 variable setting. So trying to use that syntax in the command prompt variable is a failure, because my best guess is that the shell is trying to interpret this, which it should not be. Awk is what should be interpreting that. It's an awk command. It's an awk argument. But for some reason, the shell itself is directly trying to run this. And to prove that, let's see what happens if I just, in the command prompt, I just do nf-1, right? So I'm sending this directly to the shell. There you go, command not found, right? So it really appears, hey, Nick. Wow, Nick is in the house. Nick Cartha. Hey, you're still alive. Cool. Awesome. You're winding up. You've been streaming for an hour now, according to mail notification. Yeah, it's time flies when you're having fun, right? So again, I'm almost done with this particular assignment, so we could get onto the Python, the good stuff. But I need to figure out how to make the shell stop interpreting part of my awk argument. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I need to escape it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Does that even make sense? Escaping it? I gotta think for a second. Yeah, I mean, backslash will escape it, but does that make sense? I mean, it's I gotta think about what's happening. What's happening is the same result as if I just typed in NF1 to the command prompt. So, for some reason, is it? Oh, duh. It's seeing the command substitution, right? $sign and parentheses means, right? Substitute this variable as like the results of this command. So this, to the shell, this is a variable, right? That's a variable to the shell. What is the value of the variable? The value of that variable is a result of this command. That is what it would mean. It's not a command, obviously, but that's what that syntax says. In command substitution, the syntax says that this is a command. So it looks like it's trying to do command substitution. So I need to get the shell outside of my awk command. Leave my awk command alone. I'm not sure how to do that, though. That's crazy. I don't know how do I tell the shell to stay out of my awk command? This is an awk command. Why are you messing with my awk command? I don't think it's escaping, Nick. I don't think that's. Yeah, it's not escaping it. That's not the solution here. So I don't know. How do I? And remember, this works. This is a command that works. Let's reestablish that. This is something that actually works, right? It's the way that the PS1 variable setting, the way that is interpreted is the problem. Because if I do this, right, it works. This syntax works. It's the interpretation of this variable assignment of PS1. The way that this is interpreted in context of PS1 is the problem. So I guess I would think I need a way to not treat it as a special character, but when we do that, it fails. I'm going to try something kind of wacky, just out of curiosity. So, well, where's an example? So let's test my theory about what this is doing. So so I'm going to go along with the way that I see the system interpreting what I'm typing in, right? I'm going to follow along. This is a dance that you want to do? Well, let's dance together. Date, right? Command substitution. So the variable now, the contents or the value of that variable is the output of the date command, right? So if I run this, I think it's going to print the date. Look what it did. This could be informative. So it did do the command substitution. Obviously, it grabbed Sunday. So it's taking part of the date and trying to run it as a command. That's interesting. So it's trying to run the output of a command as a command itself. It's sending that to the shell. So if I put any command in, let's say I put ls. Well, that's not a really good one. Let's do what's a command that I can use that will give me I don't know, I can't think of something. Let's say echo hello. So now I think it's going to try to run hello as a command. Hello command not found. Let me see what Nick is saying. Can you split the command? Command into smaller pieces. Do ps1 equals A and pipe it to B. But that's what we're doing, right? The command we're doing is pwd present working directory, piping it to a second command. I'm not sure if I'm interpreting what you're saying correctly, Nick. And I don't want to spend too much more time on this because I want to get back to Python. This is good. And maybe I might want to shelf this for a future session. Because this is kind of getting us off track with what the original objective was. Let me try something out of curiosity. Because whenever you have things like this where you're this is command substitution within the awk. Let me see something. So if I do, so that gives you the command not found. But if I do, this is not what we want though. Double quotes creates a problem, and we still have the command not found anyway. I'm getting ready to bail on this, guys. I want to get to Python. This is taking up. See, this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to go this route, because I knew there's going to be potential. Well, in actuality, the reasoning was I thought figuring out the logic would take more time than I was willing to invest. But we actually figured out the logic pretty quickly. We've got the answer. I've got the syntax, but I can't put it in the PS1 variable. Type $0, pipe it to awk. I'm not sure I follow. All right. I'm getting desperate now. Oh, look what I did. Oh, shoot. Look what we did. Oh, my goodness. So it took it literally. It took the whole thing literally. So now the command prompt is my command. Minus the notice that the NF-1 gets dropped. That's insane. So the NF1 gets dropped. Everything gets interpreted literally as a string. These are no longer commands, these are strings. PWD, pipe to awk, and then NF1 mysteriously is missing. I don't know, man. This is crazy. What if I put this? Now I'm just guessing at this point. I'm just guessing now. I'm just guessing at this point. I'm not even basing any. Wow. All right, I'm gonna give this 2 more tries and then I'm done. I think this is an interesting project. I'll make a separate video. Like this will be a separate assignment so we can work on this. But I want to get to Python. So this command, it's specifically the NF1 that's not working. If I do $2, what? Why is it still doing this literal thing? Oh, what's this? Oh, I have a single quote on one side and a double on the other. What's up with that? What the hell am I doing? What? This prompt is confusing me is what it is. PS1 equals $date. Whatever, I don't even care. I just can't look at that anymore. PS1 PWD awk print 2. Why is it putting that in the command? And why is the prompt becoming my command literally? So PS1, I'm putting it in double quotes. PWD pipe to awk. Awk command is in whatever. Is it because I don't have the field separator? I don't know. Comma. Why is the command becoming... No, I'm really lost. Why is the command becoming... Okay, my brain is about to get fried. My Ubuntu laptop is in the garage. I need to go fire that sucker up. Yes, you do. You need to pass awk to the shell to run. Type PS1 is a string. Oh my goodness. PS1 equals cool beans. So let's do double quotes. And let's do PWD colon space. Wait, what? Why? What? When did we stop running the commands in what I'm typing? What on earth is going on? So double quotes does that. Single quotes does... Oh, I can't just put the command in there. So what happens if I put the entire command in a substitution syntax like that? What would that do? What would that do? If I put this entire thing, pwd awk print, nope. I'm gonna put this entire thing in there. This single. Okay, so what if I put this inside of this guy? What will that do? Same thing. pwd print nf close. Command not found. And if I do it with double quotes, probably the same thing. All right, so that's it. Look what I've done now. Every time I hit enter, it does this. Oh my goodness. Wow. So now the prompt itself is now running a command. So now when you hit enter, it's literally, wow. All right. So, I've had enough of this. All right. So I'm going to take a note of that part of the stream because I definitely want to revisit this in the future. I think that's an interesting problem for us to solve. What do you mean I got it? Here's one that recognizes an internal or external command. Bro, what, are you running this? Are you trying to run this stuff, Nick, and getting those errors? I just want to do a quick... It doesn't allow me to do a highlight. I want to do a highlight of this video so I could... it doesn't allow me to do that. I wanted to save that part of the video so we can review this in the future as a future assignment so I can get to Python. I guess what I could do is let's store the history of what's been happening here in a file that I can reference to later so we can use it. So let's do history grep PS1 or PS4, depends on what you're into, what kind of game system you're into. So, and then we can do tail dash 50, 40, I don't know, 50. What does that look like? More. Okay, so this is all the nonsense that I've been doing. PWD, awk print, okay. I think that's pretty good. That covers pretty much the problem. Print first field. PWD, and then I started doing the field, trying to escape it. You know what? Let's go back a little bit further. Why is my mouse so slow here? Let's do 80 lines. See what that looks like. So PWD. Really? I thought I was doing this longer than that. All right, I guess that covers it. So there we have that stuff. So what I can do now is let's do echo quote and append. Nope. Append at the end. Let's append at the end. Tail 80. Append to prompt problem dot txt, and then let's do pipe that to this. Why am I piping that? Does that make sense? No, that's not a. Why would I be piping that? That should be yeah, I don't think this makes sense what I'm doing here. I don't think that will work. I think I need to insert into this file and then append to it. So assignment is to figure out how to display last two directories in path. You found working syntax, but does not work when used with PS1 variable assignment. Okay. So where did it actually work? I think this actually worked. No, I think this worked. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this worked. So this is one that worked. This right here. This, no, not with the PS1, but this worked in the command prompt by itself. So Nick Cartha, you are to blame. Not really. All right, guys, let's get back on track. Where are we? Prompt truncation. So we need to go back to life back to reality. Daily Python? No. I don't remember. Nick, what have you done? Wait, so okay, so I didn't create a Python directory for the project yet. Okay, so let's get right into the news. So we want to create a, what was this thing called again? Log line alert. Log alert or log line alert? Log alert, log line alert, log line alert. Whatever. Let's make it log line alert. Keep it very clear. Log line alert. That's all it's gonna do. Alerts to new lines in the log. So that's our directory. Let's go there. I'm not doing GitHub here yet. So let's create our. So the first thing is we need to create a log generator. So let's call it log generator dot py. Boom. So we should be able to boom 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 boom. This will generate this will create and this will create a growing log file. This will generate a growing log file for testing the log alert tool. Perhaps insert new line every 3 seconds. On an infinite loop. Run in background. Okay. All right. So there we have it. So now we're ready to start our party. Let me see if I can put you guys on the screen so I can see you at the same time. It's not going to be always on top. Huh. I wonder if I could do a wait a minute. I could maybe watch the live stream on the Linux machine and then, well, not watch the live stream, but pull it up so I can grab the chat so it'll be on the Linux machine. that might be the way to go. So let's see. So let me go to Mozilla. So let's go to, hopefully it'll allow me to go there. Connection is untrusted. I'm trying to go to YouTube. It says connection is untrusted. Wow, what does that mean? But we can't confirm your connection is secure. Do I have Chrome installed? What is that all about? Connection is untrusted. Internet. Chromium web browser. I guess that's a Linux thing. Anytime now. I don't know why it's not opening. Firefox. Okay, there we go. Open in the background, I guess. So let's go to YouTube's. Connection is not private. Proceed to YouTube. Connection is not private. What is going on? So I can't pull up YouTube on this Linux box for whatever reason. It's telling me it's not secure. HTTPS:// So since when can I not go to YouTube on this Linux box? That is bizarre. Alright, whatever. I thought I could put you guys the chat window in here, but apparently everything is a project today. Moving on. I guess what I could do, where is this chat that popped out? I'll just keep this on the screen here and I'll do a little bit of arrangements of my windows. Windows. People making fun of Windows. Alright, so just one moment, folks. I wonder if I shouldn't even do this in Python. Yeah, you know what? This is not the part that I wanna for the lesson, right? The lesson is really the reading of the log file, not the log file generator. So to keep it simple, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a shell script. Since I know shell better. Generate growing log file for Python log reader project testing. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So we're just gonna echo a new line, and we're gonna put that into, let's create the file first. Growing log.log. Look at that. And we're gonna put this out to growing log.log, and then sleep 3 seconds, and do it again. So this is going to be a loop, so we should while true do, go down here, push this out, go down here, push that out, go down here, push that out. That's wrong. That's wrong. We don't want to do that. Okay, so what we do want to do is create the file first and not keep touching it within the loop. That would be kind of perverted to keep touching it like that. While true do, echo a new line into growing log.log. Sleep for 3 seconds, and then do it again. Append. Done, I guess. Well, for the sake of clarity for the user, let's let the user know what's happening as well. Well, let's be honest. That's a little dishonest. What I was about to do. Say that I did something that I haven't actually done yet. So let's say that we did it. So let's say inserted string a new line into growing log.log. And let's put some time here so we could see this. So let's put date and let's start with a clear. That looks good. So much faster that was doing it in Bash. Let's see if it actually works. Let's change that format. So it actually works. Look at that. That's gotta love that. Doing a script and doing it right the first time around. Right? I didn't even have to really do any debug or anything like that. It actually works as designed first time around. Well, we're assuming. I didn't actually take a look at the file. We can cat the log and see. Yeah, there you go. We should actually put the date in here as well. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's and then there's a couple of bugs, small bugs. I see a couple of bugs in there. and a couple enhancements I'd like to make to this. So one of the bugs is these quotes. So I think if I escape that, that should solve that. That should be an easy fix. Yep, there you go. That was easy. Easy button. Then the next thing I wanted to do was change the date format to date plus %m s nope s 25 27, so that's seconds. The minute would be 34. Did we get 34? Yeah, we did. So big M. So %m. So that's backwards. Plus %m. 35. Minute. Seconds. M. Let's put a colon in there. Isn't there like a T option or something that works better than this? Ah, look at that. Look at that. How simple was that to do? So anyway, so let's go back in and let's just do the T. Alright, let's do the T, man. What was that all about? That was really a little ridiculous. So let's make that T. So date plus %T. And that's it, I think. But what I want to do also is in the log file, I want to insert that as well. So what I'm going to do is go down here and command substitution, I believe. No, not the whole line. Control V. I want to command substitution this right into the command line. Oops. Where'd that A come from? Oh, a new line. Okay. Duh. Duh. So let's put a colon like that. I feel like I broke something. I feel like I broke something, but did I? Did I? That is the question. Let's find out. Okay. I think it'll look a little bit neater to, or more neater, more neat to put this in quotes as well. Did I just do something wrong there? No. No, that's good. All right. Test it again. Okay, so that looks good. So the user display function or part of this or feature is, I would say, a success. Now, let's look at the log file itself. And I got an idea about something with the log file. I got an idea with that, but let's just take a look. So, growing, whatever. There you go. Timestamps are in there. A new line, a new line, a new line. So the idea that I had was, like it or not, take it or leave it, was so after you do this, you can perhaps tail dash 5 growing log.log just to display, show you the last 5 lines that have been inserted. So you're actually giving the user an ability to see the status of this growing log. So as it grows, you see that? So it's showing you these are the last 5 inserts into this log file. All right? So that's it. That's a success. The only thing is, just to be neat here, even though this is unnecessary for this caliber of practice exercise, from a UI perspective, I would like a separation between these two. And then it should really go here, not there, but whatever. So it's gonna say insert new line, space, and then let's also tell you what you're looking at. Last 5 lines of log file. Right? Let's even go further and be a neat freak here. And maybe do this. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares about neatness? No one's ever gonna use this crap. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. Now, let's see if we can... So if I do this, and then I do this, my cereal is totally burning, guys. I gotta go grab it. I can smell it. I got so much into this stuff that I'm letting my food burn. I'm working on just wait a minute, is this not updating? What do I see? Cool, this is useful for logging. I don't see that on my other screen. Oh, okay. I don't know why this isn't updating. The comment display on my screen is not updating. Luckily, I'm looking at the live stream on my tablet as well, and I saw your comment, Nick. That was weird. And you guys that are listening in, click on the like button. Really appreciate it. Click on the like button. That helps more people to see the video, get more people in, more contributions. More people can benefit from it as well. I know we're a close-knit community here on the fan channel, but we still want to also grow that as well. Less of a priority because it's not about money here. This is about community, but still. It's always good to grow the community. So this ampersand is supposed to run this in the background because I want to be able to. Whoop, wrong window. I don't know if that's what we want though, because even though I can run stuff, this thing is displaying to the terminal here. So let's say I'm in the middle of working on my Python deal, like that. I can't see what I'm typing now. Log generator. Yeah, that's that's not gonna work. See, that would work. Running it in the background would work if I didn't need my terminal. I need to be able to see what's going on. So that's not gonna work for us. There we go. So now, what we can do is we split our terminal into two quadrants. I wonder if I could change the font size in just this one. Oh, look at that. Take up less space. And this one is bigger on the bottom. And there you have it. So hopefully this is enough room for us to do the work that we need to do. In fact, I'm going to sacrifice my branding just for the sake of time a little bit and put that up there so we can have more space on the bottom, because we're going to be doing all our development work down here. So there we go. All right, so we don't need a Python log generator. What we need is a Python log alert tool. So vim log alert.py. So this is what we really want to build. This is the actual assignment. This is the actual project. So we can do our bin. It's been so long. Is that correct? I haven't done. I think it's user. Rusty. So apparently it's in user bin env python. And then this, by the way, Two Guns Boxing, that's our multi-line comment syntax, which is awesome. We don't have that in Corn Shell and Bash. There's hacks you can do, but there's not a normal way to do this. So now I could just, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's all comments, right? So that's awesome. You have the freedom to just type like you're doing a normal document or something. I don't have to worry about any kind of syntax issues or whatever. So all right, this tool will monitor growing log.log for any new lines and alert the user as new lines are detected. At least that is the plan. All right. All right, let me go get my cereal. My burnt up cereal. Alrighty, mate. Alrighty, mate. Hello. We are back. Back at it again with the... Back at it again with the... Alright, so it didn't burn up too much, just on the bottom. It's all good. Alright. So now that we have the log being generated, I need a way to read it. So, probably gotta do some kind of file open thing. Import some file, module, mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo. All right, so one moment. Let me let you guys see what I'm looking at. What you looking at, man? What are you looking at, man? All right. So we're looking at a couple different options yesterday. I need to pick one. that applies. Give it a shot. Use the log file to find fail lines. So, this guy or gal wants to read through open a log file, which eventually be retrieved real time. Go through it line by line using regex to find fail. Add those lines reporting failures to a list and return to the completed list as string joined with new lines. This is not what we want. We want to read a file as it grows. This to me is processing an existing log file. By the way, so these guys are talking about tail. Let me show you something. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. What the hell is clear Q? So, tail-f. See what's happening? Tail-f reads a log file in real time. As any changes are made to the log file, it's displaying it to the prompt. As you can see, they match. So this up here is actually showing you. Actually, didn't we use tail command in this script as well? So it's the same thing, pretty much. Right? So what we're trying to do is somewhat related. At least conceptually. Conceptually. But I don't think this is... What is this, though? Tail-f in Python. I don't want tail-f. This is my new show. I just started watching. Pretty cool so far. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan on Amazon. Available on Amazon. Might be exclusive to Amazon. So we know what that. Let's see. Python. Read growing file. How about that? Pythonic equivalent of tail. I don't want tail. Everyone keeps talking about tail-f. I don't want to tail it. Parsing a continuous log file. That might be what we want. I don't think that's what we want. How to read logs which are writing continuously. No. Python. Did I not put Python in there? Let's put Python plus. Maybe we should start with this and see if this is helpful. Oh shoot, I need to charge my my laptop. I'm gonna do some coding outside later today, possibly. Code on the go. Code on the go. I love me too. Code on the go. It is what it is. It is what it is. Plug in this laptop. Get the show on the road. So this is some of the challenges you'll run into when you're trying to figure out how to do something and you're doing research, and you keep finding things that are not what you're looking for. Close, but no cigar. Right? And you just got to keep at it or restructure how you're searching. Maybe the search terms you're looking for are heading you down the wrong path. Try different search terms. What is this? Not even one like on this video. Wow. Not even one like. It's all good. So, what is the Pythonic way of watching the tail end of a growing file for occurrence of certain keywords? In a shell, I might say tail rep string while read hit do stuff. Okay. 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 Simplest way would be to constantly read from the file, check what's new, and test for hits. Will this get every line though? I think I might just go with this just to learn this and see where this takes us, and then go from there, just so we have something, because we haven't built anything at all with this except for the log generator. I'll just give this a shot. Look at this. So there's a tail function in there. Let's test this logic in let's test this logic. I was looking at Nick's comment. Let's test this logic in corn shell. Just out of curiosity, let's see what happens. So, let's go back to the terminal and give it a shot. So, it's interesting. I don't have it installed on this machine. Oh. All right, whatever. So, let's create a VIM log. Let's do log alert dot sh. Okay, so bin ksh. Okay, alert when new lines received. So tail-f growing log.log. How do I have it say something when it sees a new line? I can... It's more complicated than I thought. Even in shell. Let's get out of this. Get to the command line. So the hell am I doing? Duh. Damn, I haven't done set in so long. Yeah, I gotta cheat. I don't remember. I used to do this all the time. I don't remember. see, I knew there was something with some extra slashes. So within this, there's an S and then a slash. That to that. And then this is actually in the command itself. This is kind of silly what I'm doing. All I'm doing is I'm saying I'm cheating because I'm not. Yeah, that's cheating. This doesn't make any sense. All I'm doing is I'm tailing, which shows every new line in the file, and every time something is received, I'm just find and replace. I'm changing it to say something else. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be monitoring for a new line and then saying something based on the new line. This approach is all wrong. This is no approach. What was that person suggesting? That thing that we were looking at earlier. Somebody was showing something about a tail. What were they up to? Let's see that again. Wow, this is actually more complicated than I anticipated. I mean, we haven't even really started. I don't even have a clear picture of how, strategy-wise, how I'm going to do this. So Nick was saying that Python 3 won't support tailf, but this guy's saying that they're. Oh, okay. I don't know. There's PyTail. Are you talking about PyTail? Oh, tail. Okay, I'm sorry. So you actually did reference this particular thing. I thought you meant the normal tail. Okay. I don't think that's what we want anyway. Did we go with what this guy did? Read from the file, check what's new, and test for hits. All right. Let's just dive in. Let's do it. Let's do it and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I completely break my machine and I have to go buy a new one. How expensive is it to buy a new computer? Can't be that bad, right? What's the worst that could happen, Nick? Two Guns Boxing. CPU Squad. Log. Is it a capital L? That's the shell. Okay, guys. Import time def watch fn words fp open. Probably making so many syntax errors right now. While true. Why is it capital T? Why would that be capital T? Not capital T. Who says capital T? What is that? New equals fp.read line. Once all lines are read, this just returns until the file changes and a new line appears. Oh. Okay. So Nick is actually warning me that there's something worse that can happen. So Nick says, worst case scenario, the interpreter hits singularity and becomes Skynet. I don't know if I'm willing to accept that risk. This project seems like a very bad idea. Really bad idea. Okay. If new for word in words, if word in new yield word comma new if new else time.sleep 0.5 fn equals test.py words equals word for hit underscore word comma hit underscore sentence in watch fn words print found %r in line %r percent hit word comma hit sentence let's do this. So obviously this is not going to work. And I say that because I'm super positive. Well, first of all, it's not going to work because it needs to look at the log file. It's not looking at the log file. So I think the FN that we did needs to be updated to growing log.log. Perhaps that'll work. Let's see. Import time. Define watch FN comma words. FP equals open FN comma R. While true, new equals FP dot read line. If new for word in words, if word in new yield word comma new, else time dot sleep 0.5 FN is a file, words equals word for hit underscore word comma hit underscore sentence in watch FN comma words colon print new line detected. Hit underscore word hit underscore sentence. So see what it's doing for hit word and hit sentence. It's inning FN and words. So FN for word, words for sentence. Words equals word. Alright, let's give it a shot. Probably gonna crash and create Skynet, as Nick says, but let's give it a shot. Of course it doesn't work. File log alert.py line 25 in module for hit file line 11 in watch. Global name true is not defined. Global name true is not defined. So was that actually an uppercase? Is that actually an uppercase? No way. Wait a minute. Look at the color change there. Wow. That might actually be an uppercase. Wow, okay. whatever. Okay, so we don't get that error anymore, so that's actually uppercase T. Attribute error file object has no attribute red line. What the hell is red line? Red line. Who did that? Red line. Okay. And you claim that you did a spell check on this thing. You are such a liar. Read line. Goodness gracious. Okay, so no errors, but it's not doing anything. So it seems to be working, but it's not triggering anything. So what is the trigger for this thing? If new for yield times 3.5 growing log.log. So we're not putting the search string properly. So I gotta figure out how to do that. I wonder if it's the word string. Is that an actual string? Is this something? What is this guy here? Interesting. Line 28. I think this broke it. Right? Yep. So that has a special significance. That's not a string. So where is the string? Define watch. Fn comma words. Fp equals open Fn. While true, new equals Fp read line. Once all lines are read, this just returns data. Until the file changes and a new line appears. Nick, help me out, man. Where is the string that we're looking for? Where in here is the string? String versus variable. Probably use the color coding to cheat. Somewhere in here, it's looking for a string. If new, for word in words. If word in new yield word comma new. Else time sleep. So fn is the file we're looking at for hit word, hit sentence. Oh, maybe that's what it is. What's hit word? Hit word, hit sentence. So these only occur here. In watch. So the watch, you're calling the watch function. In watch, fn comma words. Is word really a variable? When I changed it to line, it complained. Where do you put your string? I am lost in space. I'm not sure what in here. What in here is the string? Something in here is the string. The string would only be referenced in one place, probably. Those are not strings. The strings would be in quotes, wouldn't they? Yeah. Trying to figure out this syntax. When I put in single quotes, it always gives me this entire thing as a string. Why are we using it in brackets, by the way? What's up with the brackets in the first place? This is the way it normally is. Right? I think that should be a string. And then yeah, so that takes it as a string. And then if I do this, it's a variable. Okay, exactly. No such variable. So that's looking for a variable. If I put that in quotes, then it's a string. Okay. But what does a bracket mean? What is the purpose of the bracket? If I do this with brackets. It's clearly not a string. If I remove the quotes and I make this some unique thing, it's a problem. So it's the same thing. With the quotes, it's a string. Oh, with the quotes, it's a string. If I remove the quotes, it's actually looking for some variable. So that means in our script right here, this is a string. So why is it that when I change it to line, it fails? Let's observe that again. Why does this fail? File log 28. Print new line detected percent hit word hit sentence. Type error. Not all arguments converted during the string formatting. Nick, what's going on? So Nick says, is there word underscore name underscore that outputs word? If so, calling functions from the prompt would sure get easier. F1 underscore name underscore equals F1. F2 underscore name underscore equals F2. Is there a word name that outputs word? Not sure what you mean. What is this? What does this mean? I don't even know what these brackets mean. Brackets. Python. String in parentheses versus brackets. Well, let's have a look. So there we go. So this is exactly what we're looking for. So it says x equals 1 comma 2 in brackets versus x equals 1 comma 2 in parentheses. Are they both valid? Is one preferred for some reason? Very popular answer. Square brackets are lists. I should have known that. Square brackets are lists, while parentheses are tuples. A list is mutable, meaning you can change its contents. Square brackets are lists, where we can change the contents, while tuples are not. So, so that's a string. So I think I'm getting caught up in something I shouldn't get caught up in. That is the string. But the error we're getting is indicative of another problem. We didn't get this far for some reason because of the invalid string. I think I know what it is. Remember, there's a logic where if you find a string, you do something. If you don't find it, you do something else. The finding the string logic is broken. I'm betting that's what it is. So when we had a string there that's not in the file, we don't see any problems because it doesn't ever run the logic of what to do when you find a match. Right? So this will work as long as what's in here is not found. I'm betting that's what it is. So let's say Goomba, whatever. Yep, that's gonna work, of course. Let's say Nick rocks. Yep. But the minute that we put something in here that is in the file, so for example, A from a new line, yep, see? The minute you put something in here, and it looks like it's searching for words as well, because the letter E is in there for new, but I'm betting you that if I put E, it's not going to find it, because it's looking for a word. So a string of characters, not just one isolated character. So, yep, not going to work. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So this seems to indicate that it is looking for a string. It's picking up the E in the word new. Let's test that. So I think it's gonna fail for N-E-W-L-I-N-E. Any of those letters, it's going to fail. That is my guess. So let's start with N. This is gonna fail. Yep. Testing my theory here. See if we're on the right track. So we did E. Let's do W. W. That's gonna fail. Yep. So it seems consistent. So this seems that my theory is. All I'm doing is testing my theory. My theory is valid. Let's try I from line. I think this is going to fail as well. Yep. And now let's make it work. I'm going to make it work by saying Z. There is no Z. And it works. So what it's doing is the logic of checking. It's checking and checking and checking and checking, not finding anything, and then that part of the program is working, right? But the minute it finds something that, the minute it finds the string that it's looking for, then we're gonna have a problem. So let me see if I can put some of the time value should apply. So part of the time is 9. It's 1948 is for time. So this should fail. I mean, obviously, it's looking at the entire line. Yeah, of course it's going to fail. It's looking at the entire line. But anything that's not within the line, that we know for a fact is not in there. Like, for example, there's no S's. So this will fail. No, it's not going to fail. It's going to pass because it doesn't find it. So nothing to do. Just sitting there waiting. All right, so that's official. I think that's enough testing. We know we can be for sure that the problem with this script is that the actions that it's supposed to take when it finds something is broken. So let's see if we can examine what those actions are and see if we can identify a problem. Okay, so the string is defined here. Words equals S. That's what it's looking for. For hit word, hit sentence, in, watch, FN words. So what is the error that we're getting? First of all, let's now that we have a pretty clear picture of what's wrong, let's break this again. So make sure that it's getting so now it's going to break every time. And we can see the problem. So let's clear up the screen and take a close look at what it's saying. Trace back most recent calls last. File log alert.py line 28 in module. Print new line detected percent hit word hit sentence. Type error. Not all arguments converted during string formatting. Not all arguments converted during string formatting. Not all arguments converted during string formatting. So it's a syntax error. So I'm pretty sure it's as indicated, line 28. So something's wrong here. Therein lies the problem. So this line is, something's wrong with this line. I don't see what the problem is. This error should be for a mismatch of formats. but I don't see any mismatch of formats. What are you talking about, man? This looks valid to me. I don't know what's... So there's a new way of doing this. What version of Python am I even using? How do you find out the Python version? I guess when I started, it'll tell me. 2.7. Nick, I am stuck. I think maybe it's a syntax for this version of Python. I don't know. Well, if it's a version thing, I could try using a different version of Python. This looks valid, man. This looks valid. Why? Why? Why won't it work? Ugh. I have hit a wall. Print new line detected. Nick, what do I do, man? New line detected. Percent hit word, comma, hit sentence. What is the problem? I don't know what to do. Not all arguments converted during string formatting. Let's try this. Let us try this. Pickle and Venv. Nice. Killed it. Killed it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and log alert, log generator, sh, vim log generator dot sh. Let's try something. So here's that log generator that we created earlier. Why can't I zoom anymore? Whatever works. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, instead of putting this stuff in the file, let us comment that out. Out and about. Put it back. And change the output to a single string of Nick. Oh, nice. Nick has an idea. All right, so I'm simplifying this script so it is only putting Nick in there, right? And what he should do is rm growing log.log. I don't know if it'll allow me to do that. Oh, it did. Alright, so I got a file of nothing but Nick. Nickelodeon. Anyway. So I got a file with nothing but Nick in there. Nothing but Nick. Now, what happens when I try to run this? Okay, so it doesn't do anything because no hits. So let's change the string to Nick. I'm just basically simplifying the file contents, right? To prevent any kind of weird formatting things in theory. Huh. So that's a fail. So all this file has is the word Nick. I'm searching for the word Nick in the file. It finds it, and then it breaks. Because the logic says, yeah, this is not going to be a one-day project. I'm going to have to, I don't know. I'm going to take another approach. It's not a bad idea, Nick. There's actually some tools that use the YouTube API to do that. There's a plugin that I use. I forgot what it's called. TubeMogul, or I don't know what it's called, but it looks at like your activity and timestamps and figures out what time of day your channel is most active, for example. So where is the if you find the string do this part? If new, forward, in words. This entire thing is the function that we call watch. For hit word, hit sentence, in watch. Just out of curiosity, just out of curiosity, let's do this, and then that, and then let's do this, and then let's do this. Whoa! Look at that. Okay. Let me clean up that file and run it again. Huh. This is working. I don't know why I'm saying found Nick in line. Huh. Eureka! So it looks like we need to have... What's the big deal? So you need to have the %R on both sides like that? Is that what you're telling me? So I gotta put a %R. So is that gonna work? What is going on? Nope. Why would you need me to do it on both sides? Found new line %R detected. So that works. See, you literally have to have, like, what? Why do you care about me referencing this string in here like that? So if I remove this, you're telling me this is gonna fail. Wow. Obviously, I need to do some research because I don't understand this, why this is working this way. If I remove this one, is it going to fail as well? Wow. So you're literally forcing me to have not one, but two occurrences of that string format, the Wow. Okay, I don't understand that. That's crazy. That is crazy, but if these are the rules that we're supposed to play by, I will play by the rules to get my results that I want. Now we just got to clean this up because it looks ridiculous. What's the output look like? Can't even see it anymore. I need to see the output so I can edit the results. New line detected. Really? I don't even want these strings in there. Oh, oh man. What an idiot. They go hand in hand. It's like a seesaw. You gotta balance this out. What an idiot. Look at what you're saying. Look at what you're saying. String 1, comma, string 2. String 1, comma, string 2. Right? The whole point of this is this. Right? So if I only need one, then only use one. But they go hand in hand. These things work together. Wow. What a dum-dum. Look at that. Look at that. You see, this is because I haven't done Python in so long, I forgot the basics. This is basic stuff, man. These things go hand in hand, man. That formatting is where you're saying on the outside what the thing is that you want to display, the variable, right? And then where in this that you print the variable, that's your %R, right? It's very simple. So new line detected with %R. I mean, technically, we don't even need that. That wasn't part of the requirement. So can I just get rid of this? Like, we don't need that, right? Just say new line detected. Right? That's it. That's all we need. That's all we need, man. Let's clean up that file and see this thing print out on the screen what we're looking for. Wow. Wow. Look at that. New line detected. New line detected. New line detected. New line. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what this whole thing was about. That's it. Ah. But this is great because the fact that it was so frustrating and I got stuck on that. Now I'm going to remember. It's going to be easier to remember this syntax that I totally butchered. But that's it. That's it. Then the next project is we can have it respond and do something, right? Every time there's a new line, it's saying new line detected, right? The next project we'll have it be do something. Like you see something, do something with it. So now it doesn't look like it's doing anything because it's the same text over and over again. All right, guys. I'm gonna give my brain a rest, as the lady says. Give your brain a rest. You're always working on coding and all this kind of stuff. Well, I'm gonna do that right about now. I put in the work today. I accomplished today's daily goal. We accomplished most of the prompt thing, but that didn't completely work. So that's gonna have to be revisited another time. But as for our daily code project, we did it. 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 One thing we didn't do, Nick, is clean the damn camera lens. So it doesn't look as ridiculous. I think that's still a little. See how that looks. Oh man, it's still all greasy and stuff. Greasy. Greasy lens. Soap, soap, soap. Soap, soap, soap. Soap to get all that grease off of there. Wipe that down. See how that looks. How does that look? Still looks a little funky, but better than before. Look at that. All right. We're in HD. All right, Nick. Hopefully that was beneficial to you. And yes, I killed it. I killed yet another plant. My majestic palm is no more, as you can see. That's what it looks like now. My other plant here is dead in its super expensive pot. This guy is still alive though. Let me see if I can let you see that. My yucca's still doing its thing. All right. And I have a small peace lily is it's fair. Still got a few good leaves on there. You know, it's not in the worst shape it could be, but it's definitely not a healthy, flourishing plant right now. My only other healthy plant is I got another one. I don't remember the name of it. It's these big green leaves, and I'm using it to decorate the front of my desk to hide all the wires and stuff. That one's still good, but other than that, that's all she wrote. So, thank you for joining the live stream, and until the next episode, remember to always have fun while learning. And shout out to my CPU squad. Out. Now for the lady. Lady time.